After receiving an invitation from Jade's Anti-Destruction Alliance, the Astral Express set its course for Himiko's homeland, the world from which the Express set off again after its fall, Plain Arcadia. In this world blessed by the elation, there exists the Phantasmoon Games. Wearing ancient masks of the elation, 8 chosen participants strive to create miracles that move the hearts and souls of Plain Arcadia's people, hoping to share in the power of the Eon. Having managed this world for many years, the IPC seeks to profit by controlling this Eonic game. In response, the Astral Express, too, has decided to enter the fray. Meanwhile, General Yao Guang, the Xianzhou envoy to the Anti-Destruction Alliance, foresaw through divination the great crisis looming over Plain Arcadia. In her reading, the Stellaron Hunter Blade, who had arrived for the Phantasmoon Games, would become the source of this impending catastrophe. To uncover the truth behind the coming apocalypse, Yao Guang seized a mask of elation meant for the Stellaron Hunters and placed it upon Sunday's face. Thus, due to this unexpected turn of events, Sunday was made a participant in the games. Meanwhile, we journeyed to the school tied to Himiko's family in search of the mask of elation that had once belonged to her. Yet before we could reach it, we were attacked by the streamer Sparksy, a double of Sparkle, who seized the mask for herself. After seeing through the illusion, I encountered a mysterious girl named Evanesia in the school's archive room. With her help, I obtained another mask of her own creation, and thus became a supplicant of the Phantasmoon Games. To defeat Supplicant Sparksy, we ventured deep into the Fool's base of operations, the World's End Tavern, and later returned to the school to overcome her. In doing so, we achieved the first miracle of the Phantasmoon Games. The Express hero defeats the villain spreading the virus. Yet, at the close of the Supplicant's first battle, greater mysteries emerged. A stranger appeared, claiming himself to be Himiko's father, and revealed a long-buried tale. 15 years ago, during the Phantasmoon Games, someone known as the Herald of Death went on a murderous rampage.
Those people in the Go Home Club go home after school.
Miss March, please, look straight into my eyes. Just like that. Perfect. Now, I'll need you to repeat these next few lines after me, and do so in the same tone of voice.
Okay.
The sky is blue, not a dazzling display of sparks.
The sky is blue, not a dazzling display of sparks.
Though dazzling sparks may light up the night sky, they can never outshine the eternal silence of stars.
Are you kidding? That's one sentence? Okay, though dazzling sparks may light up the night sky, they can never outshine the eternal silence of stars?
Very good.
Very good.
The internet is both an umbilical cord and a waste duct for the mind, through which humanity's thirst for elation
What the
gave
fuck is
birth
this?
to the twisted Sparksy.
The
Whoa
Twisted
there.
Sparksy?
That's a bit much. Maybe he can be the one to say it?
She? Wait a minute, just call me she.
Whoa there. That's a bit much. Maybe he can be the one to say it?
Oh, my dude, right?
These are the test sentences I improvised according to the guidelines from the Human and Intellitron Emotional Baseline Test. I carefully observe the subject's micro-expressions and tone changes at the moment they say the name Sparksy, to check if they are infected by a mimetic virus.
So I passed the test, right?
Given how fascinating your reaction was, I clearly don't need to worry about you. Should you find yourself experiencing any live stream addiction withdrawal symptoms later, feel free to contact the Department of Aberration Defense staff. We'll provide you with a series of corrective behavioral treatments.
You're handling this like a real pro, Miss Kuchiba. Has this kind of thing happened before?
It's impossible to predict what will happen during the Phantasmoon Games. Once, a supplicant reversed the definitions of truth and lies, which nearly caused massive civil unrest. After that incident, we incorporated mimetic treatment into the Department of Aberration Defense's emergency safety protocols. Sparksy Khan didn't cause any casualties this time. But if your partner hadn't stopped Sparksy from spreading the virus, she might have turned into a calamity-level aberration. Without proper containment measures, a calamity-level aberration can destroy dozens of cities as it spreads. That's the
Cities?
scale we're talking about.
This is Honkai Star. Are we talking about planets?
That's the Department of Aberration Defense's term for them. It usually refers to Imaginae infused with wish power who have lost control and begun to run amok. Over time, though, it's become a label that gets slapped onto any hazardous entity.
You? An aberration? What are you talking about? Though, I gotta say, you do look pretty weird with that mask on.
Don't tell me you're a Cosmicon collective player. The Department of Aberration Defense's hazard ratings are nothing like the power ratings in some card game. Right then, that's all for the required checkup. If you're interested in aberration calamity threat levels and how they're classified, you might want to take a look at this document. However, do bear in mind that causing damage of the aforementioned scale during the Phantasmoon Games will cause you to be classified as an aberration and dealt with accordingly.
Oculus level, a level of strength capable of causing. Wait a minute, is this like that show? That show? One Punch Man, Dragon level, something level. A level of threats capable of causing civilizational collapse or even the extinction of humanity on plain Arcadia surface. Where I mean there's an underground place. Their very existence is a great catastrophe.
Before I leave, there's one more thing I need to tell you. Remember Lyndon Scott? The man who served as your tour guide. He was murdered.
What?
Hmm.
Yeah, the Scott we knew was, a really tenacious opponent.
We're sure. Both the ID and genetic information of the deceased match that of Mr. Scott's. You said he was once your opponent?
You don't suspect us, do you? I wouldn't exactly call Scott a friend, but we'd never do anything like that to him.
Easy there, young lady. I haven't even started asking questions yet. Of course, there's no way the renowned heroes of the Express would harm some lowly IPC employee simply because they had a problem with him. More importantly, both of you have solid alibis. The initial results of our investigation suggest his murder might be connected to the Phantasmoon Games. I'm informing you both of this to warn you to be extremely careful. The Phantasmoon Games are far from a simple game intended for passing the time or relaxation. Anyway, I wish you success. Farewell.
Scott. Could he actually... I just can't believe it. But it was Miss Kuchiba who told us, so...
Uchiba almost sounds like Coochie.
It must be true. So, the Phantasmoon Games. Pretty frightening, huh? What's your take? Huh? Really? Even though Scott pops up now and then to give us a bit of trouble, I'd still say he's usually more of a friend than an enemy.
Usually?
If you know
You have
what
a
I mean.
different interpretation of friendship than I do, March.
Killer is here for the Phantasmoon Games. They might become our enemy soon.
The Phantasmoon Games. Good thing Himeko entrusted this mission to the two of us. Who would have imagined that the Great March herself would be stopped at the doorstep in the very first round? Forget it. I'm not like you. I was never hero material to begin with. Normally my hands can't even keep up with my brain when I play video games. You're definitely the
Then
right
play
person
turn-based
for the
games, huh?
Phantasmoon Games. It's just such a shame. We finally get a chance to vacation in Himeko's hometown. And I thought we'd make some happy memories together. But...
I'll triumph in the Phantasmoon Games in your stead.
Alright. But, look. Don't push yourself too hard, okay, you? Remember that we've got your back. Oh, right. Where are Himeko and Mr. Yang? They must be getting examined and interrogated too, right? Why don't you send Mr. Yang a message?
Mr. Yang, huh? Yang. I like the way you move that thing. A, B. So what is going on here? Let me read this thing out. What? We're all one big family on the Express. It's important to understand what our companions are going through. I'll be waiting for you in that classroom with the ghost you mentioned earlier. Come quickly. Come quickly? I just met you, Mr. Yang.
Mr. Yang said he wants to hear what happened between Himiko and her dad.
I can't blame him for being curious.
Mr. Yang. Who doesn't like a Mr. Yang? Every now and then.
I won't break.
Didn't hurt. Time to say bye. Boom. Stand still.
Such noisy clamor.
Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I'll be tuning out what's happening in the story.
Relax.
So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I got the perfect speed boost for what's her name, but it rolled poorly for Yao Jingwang. That's one, that's 2, 3. This is a game wants me to use now. Drinking station. When you see this message, remember to drink some water and don't forget, try not to drink too many sugary beverages. The fuck? The lesson in my freaking gacha game, you motherfucker. How dare they try to educate me? Bit further than I thought it would be. My ping is garbage, kids say. Dr. Yang, or Mr. Yang, as the kids call him.
Himiko hasn't mentioned her father at all in the time since I boarded. So, what is going on between them? As you were the only one with her at the time, you're the only one I can ask.
Yeah, it really threw me for a sec when you said Himiko's father. But when you think about it, it's only natural that Himiko has a father, right? Not everyone's like me, thawed out of an ice block.
I also don't have a father. Oh, well, my father's gone.
15 years ago. The Phantom Moon Games of that year.
Why does he look so young?
The Bloodstain Games.
Bloodstain games. Wait a minute, isn't there a Bloodstain night? You know,
So many people
Genshin.
lost those dearest to them. One of the victims was my very own daughter. Upon my return, I stood before the grave where she was laid to rest. Her name was Himiko.
Murata? Himiko Murata?
So, this lady who bears her name, who exactly are you?
15 years ago, when I made
What are you boy doing this?
join this Phantom Moon game.
Does she say her father died? He's saying that his daughter died.
With me, even as I fought for my life against the Herald of Death, my father was still off, strictly speaking. Ever since I can remember, his presence in my life has been so. I would ask you, who bears his name?
Well, in your story, he's alive, huh? You know? Whereas in his story, he's dead. You're dead.
Well, well, well. Look at you.
And what do you look so young?
Worked up over just a joke. A joke. It's been 15 years after all. And you've grown into such a fine young lady. So, what's with that gravestone I saw with your name on it then?
When you don't know if you'll live to see tomorrow, there's nothing strange about getting your affairs in order in advance.
You made a gravestone for yourself?
Mr. Ryusuke?
Bitch, it's your father.
How could you be so formal with your own father? At least call me Dad like you used to, okay?
Hide in the corner.
Hold it. And you are...
Your grandson.
Don't tell me. Himeko, is this your child?
Oh, could you please stop making things worse?
I haven't seen you in 15 years, and now I'm a grandfather. Wait.
Who's the father?
Who's the father?
Yeah.
That's enough. You are looking at my colleague. A new generation of trailblazer. My friend and my companion on the Astral Express.
You hear that? She called me father. Hello there, my friend. Sorry about that.
How old are you, dude?
You were Himeko's son for a second there. Sorry. I'm just getting on in years. Whenever I see a youngster like you, I can't help but think my grandson would be about your age by now.
Why? Oh, old is the Himeko?
Most of my work involves traveling to different segmenta to complete commissions for my clients.
Alright, so let's say Himeko had us when she was 18. And we were about to 19 now, 18 herself. So that would make her 36. And then you would have to have her around 18 as well. Let's 20, let's say 20. That would make you like 56.
Himeko.
That's the only way you could imagine that we would be around your grandson's age.
Spend time with you, slip away.
Just slip away.
Motherfucker, you left the planet
first
there?
time we met was at Mother's funeral when I was already 6 years old. Let's put that aside for now. Were you also too busy with work when I was suffering from a weathering curse?
Weathering what?
You might not believe me, but I've been running around for your sake all this time. All these years, I've been trapped in this room that represents the past that I imaginated. And I've never left it.
You didn't know about me becoming the Express's...
15 years. The Express never stopped here once. You didn't even leave behind so much as a single word to indicate you were still alive. And the Department of Aberration Defense completely sealed off all records of what happened during those Phantom Moon games. I did hear many rumors about the Astral Express, though. At first, I thought it was just someone else with the same picture. I still didn't dare believe that the woman so full of poise and grace was my...
What the fuck is she has red hair? At a certain point, you have to be like, you know what? Maybe this is my daughter.
My daughter. She'd grown up safe, becoming a living legend in her own right. I thought about contacting the Express, but what if their navigator was just someone who happened to share the same name? I've been clinging to an absurd notion that if I never sought the answer, there was still a 50-50 chance my daughter was still alive.
But if you wouldn't want to, like, know
Himeko, how did you...
if she was alive?
I'd rather not tarry here too long. I'll be taking my leave now, Dean. The Express has defeated the supplicant that occupied this school and prevented another tragedy like the one 15 years ago. Now it's time for you to fulfill the duties you failed in back then.
What?
Go comfort those students. And see if you can't figure out how to deal with the media bombardment while you're at it.
Damn, she's cold.
Failed in my... Can we talk?
Oh, fucking your grandson. Of course, you could talk.
Sorry, kid. This might be a bit abrupt, but has Himiko ever mentioned her surname to you?
Murata. Like every single Himiko.
I'm a failure of a father, but what exactly happened 15 years ago? Have you heard the tale of the legendary painter Graphia, who hid everything on this planet's surface within a scroll? It is said that to achieve such a monumental feat, she made a forbidden exchange, sacrificing both her own life and that of her descendants, resulting in the weather. Few descendants carrying the Graphia bloodline have lived past 30. Most of them wither like flowers while they're still young.
Motherfucker, you're alive.
Skin cracking and peeling like dried paint. Himiko is no exception.
Or was it your mother who was Graphia?
You're right. I just didn't realize it quickly enough. How she got through it, how she survived, none of that's important. If I may ask a small favor, I want to make up for all the care I failed to give her all those years. I want to get to know my daughter better.
Truly a memorable father-daughter reunion. Brings up some memories of my own home as well.
There goes Mr. Yang with that knowing look again.
Also a new voice as well.
What relationship are we talking about anyway?
Were unable to spare a moment for me. As a child, I couldn't help but feel resentful. It wasn't until I became a father myself that I understood how they felt.
A father yourself, Yang?
Forced to sacrifice the time we could have spent together.
Where's your kids now, dude?
So, did you already promise to give Mr.
So we're just gonna ignore the
Hughes
fact that he said he has
the
kids?
Express?
Okay.
I thought as much. After all, it's Himiko's dad. So?
Everyone's here. Sorry to keep you...
Not at all. She's the one.
Would you all be so kind as to show me around? So, as to be expected, of course, huh? It's the place where my daughter works. By the way...
What were you thinking? What if he's the evil hand guy that works for her?
As a position
The heir of destruction? Disguised as Himiko's father?
Talk about parental love. First thing out of his mouth is asking about her salary. Like I'd have a clue.
Who's even paying? If anything, she controlled the salary. Yeah, this train is pure communist.
Nice one. Parents can probably relax as long as their kids aren't making less than they are.
Really? Don't underestimate me, kid. I've got big shots from across the cosmos on my client list. While I wouldn't say my work is worth a king's ransom, my fees are nothing to sneeze at.
Mr. Ryosuke, please rest assured. None of the Express crew ever lack for money. We not only receive support from members of the Genius Society, but also from prosperous commercial worlds, such as the planet of...
Good, good. Hearing you say that is a huge relief, Miss... Speaking of which, what kind of...
Don't you underestimate Himiko either. Her
So where did Himiko go while her...
charting navigation
Basically,
calibrating warp jumps and
showing her dad around the train?
Not to mention... Of course! Every time we return safely from a trailblazing expedition, it's all thanks to Himiko's guidance and protection. She's the backbone of the Astral Express. Hey, come on! You're just trying to stir up trouble. If Himiko's the backbone of the Express, then our conductor is the absolute cutest and hardest working of all. Right, Pop?
Oh? We got a new passenger? This
This gentleman does look kind of familiar. No wonder he felt so familiar.
Conductor? Oh. So you must be my daughter's superior, huh? Well, thank you for taking such good care of her all this time.
Superior? That's way too formal. It's Himiko who's been...
He's...
It's all my fault. I was just curious about your daily work, so I asked your colleagues to show me around, and I know...
Mad? Why would I be mad? Mr. Ryusuke, welcome aboard the Astral Express. Is there anything else you'd like to see?
Well... I know you'd rather keep your distance from your good-for-nothing father, but it's been way too long since we last saw each other. As your father, I want, at least while you're staying here, please allow me to...
Excuse me? Why don't the two of you go to the party
Shush.
That's just our domestic robot's name. Come on, Father. People are resting here. Let's not disturb them. I want to talk about the Phantom Moon Games.
Phantom Moon Games.
Whoa. That's the first time I've seen Himeko be that cold to any...
I hope a drink will help the two of them. If they do...
Oh, the father's good. He doesn't need a drink. If anyone needs a drink, it's clearly Himiko. He's still working through some things.
When it comes to breaking the icy silence between a father and daughter...
There's something raining from the ceiling.
A cup of hot water. The person who drinks it will yelp, "Hot!" and be immediately met with a concerned, "How could you be so careless?" from the other party. And just like that, the conversation starts flowing. Friendly reminder, that is not a joke, but a ooh.
You literally just said that wasn't a joke and you start laughing.
I'm surprised how relaxing and comfy the work environment is here.
Got it. I'll make myself scarce.
Self-aware robot.
Being a nameless is neither relaxing nor comfy. Most of the time, we are facing down Void Rangers from the Antimatter Legion, bugs left by the Swarm disaster, Borisin, and various organizations that are suspicious of the Express or have malicious intentions for us.
That dangerous? Huh. Maybe this trip home is a great chance to quit your job, huh? Talk about coincidence. Just so happens I'm getting on in years. And Graphia Academy is in need of a new dean.
You know that's not what I meant. Once I've set my mind on something, I never look back. Ever since I was 6, when you told me those stories about traveling through the cosmos, I knew that someday I would walk among the stars.
Actually, I was just kidding. I'm not completely clueless about what the Express and what you do. Oh, right. Once I knew the Express was coming, I even bought that comic series that's based on your adventures.
Please, don't tell me it's fluffy across the blue. I never thought you'd be into comics.
That's right. The protagonist is a baseball bat-wielding raccoon. The character's based on that kid, right?
As an artist, you do have a good eye. Come over here. Thanks for giving us some time alone.
Himeko. That's the first time I've seen you smile since I've seen you this time. So, what brought you back home this time? What's the story behind our lucky meeting?
Like I said before, we're here for the Phantom Moon Games.
So, the Phantom Moon Games 15 years ago. were the reason you were able to overcome the weathering curse.
Indeed.
I see. That makes sense. For those of us who haven't experienced...
But I never imagined that the Ionic game would turn into a blood sacrifice overnight. The Herald of Death was a heartless madman.
You defeated him?
If I hadn't defeated him then, all of Duomension City would have become his
Bitch, you're their savior and no one talks about you?
During the first few years of my journey, I relived that evening every single night in my dreams. The color of that twilight, painted with blood. So much blood. Blended with terror and screams. The victims were twisted like clay into grotesque shapes. Like paint tubes that had been snapped, one after the other. And that man, he reveled in the colors splattered everywhere and wanted the whole world to be his canvas. Even if I could avenge his victims, in the end, it won't bring them back to life. The entire thing is like a heavy piece of baggage. Only by letting it go can I travel the road ahead more easily.
You did your best. And I'm glad to see you made it back here safe and sound.
I thought I'd never come back. But the times have changed. The conditions to hold the Phantasmoon Games have been met again. However, to hold 2 games in just 15 years? That in itself is far from normal. Just like 15 years ago, the IPC wants to control everything. However, a game woven by the most fickle of eons is destined to slip through everyone's grasp. I received a report from the Department of Aberration Defense. I'm sure he must also have heard. There's been a brutal incident in Dovebrook District. Someone massacred everyone at the headquarters of the Sinwish Syndicate, leaving a signature that only the Herald of Death would use. The Bloody Bloom.
still alive.
Don't tell me it's your father.
The Department of Aberration Defense told me that the Herald of Death was executed after his verdict was passed. Even were he to be resurrected, the rules dictate that the same person cannot become a supplicant twice.
Are you saying we've got a copycat?
That's right. The Herald of Death has a copycat. But what I find even more worrying is that this Phantasmoon Games has caught the attention of something even more terrifying than the Herald of Death. I believe that whether or not this Herald of Death copycat has a connection to the Phantasmoon Games, defeating him presents an excellent opportunity for you to demonstrate the resolve of the Nameless to the whole of Plain Arcadia. Exactly. As for you, Dad, have any clients commissioned you lately? It'd be best if you left this world for a while.
May I take that as my daughter showing concern for her dad?
You can take it as a safety advisory from the Astral Express. Also, as he has already become a supplicant and joined the Phantasmoon Games, he will have my full support. I'd like him to temporarily keep the Mask of Elation that has been passed down through our family.
Too late for me to raise any objections at this point, right? Huh. Sounds good. The mask stays with the kid.
Thank you. Would you like another drink?
Got it. Next, it's time to show me the way out, isn't it? I've definitely overstayed. Most of my life I couldn't be there for my daughter. And now that I finally have the chance, she wants me to leave. In that case, I'll be on my way. Himiko. The Graphia family has a number of records about the Phantasmoon Games, passed down through the generations. Come over to the school library later. I'll give them to you.
I'll be there, Dad. I apologize. My father's little tour seems to have made things awkward for everyone on the Express. Let's head to the parlor car and check in on Welt and March. Now that my father's gone, we can all relax a bit.
Has Mr. Ryosuke left?
Yes. I told him to head home for now. After all, what is going on with the Phantasmoon games has nothing to do with him. I'm really sorry, everyone, for bringing my personal family matters onto the Express.
Not at all. Mr. Ryusuke is your family. And that makes him part of our family too. And the most important thing for family is to be together. So he's welcome to drop by anytime.
Madame Pearl sent a message to the Express just now, inviting our supplicant to a meeting. She'll have a private car waiting for us. Yes. The meeting won't be held in some stuffy, formal reception room. She would like us to visit and tour the headquarters of a company under her name instead. Himiko, you know about Perlux Corp, right?
Of course. It's the biggest entertainment conglomerate in Plain Arcadia.
Entertainment company?
That's right. Perlux Corp is a titan, dominating the entertainment consumer market, including cartoons, comics, games, toys, and the like. They've cornered half the market.
Oh, so that's where the Pearl in Perlux comes from. It's a play on her name.
Did Pearl mention what she wanted to talk about?
She didn't say much, but she specifically mentioned wanting to discuss the developments regarding the Phantasmoon games, and that she could provide us with a bit of help.
Helping her opponents in the Ionic game? Oh, looks like she realizes we are all in the same boat. Perhaps she has also realized that the Phantasmoon games cannot be artificially manipulated.
We may be able to get a clearer picture of Pearl's intentions after we meet with her.
You've already crossed paths with key figures from numerous factions, and even built rapport with some. You're already a capable Nameless who can more than hold your own. Though she holds a high administrative position on this planet, do not forget, she is also one of the 10 Stonehearts. You've already dealt with Aventurine on numerous occasions, so you should have ample experience handling members of the 10 Stonehearts.
Hey, don't worry. If things do get messy, yours truly is here to save the day.
Looks like
I'm gonna try to every night show up, huh?
I'm just
I don't really
trying to
need you,
look out
March
for you
7th.
here.
Every night,
Even if
and a
things
real
do go
ally.
sideways, Pearl wouldn't dare get mad at an adorable young lady like me, right?
Well then, I'll leave this meeting to you two.
Aren't you coming with us, Himeko?
I'd like to talk with my father. Didn't he say he would hand over the records about the Phantasmoon games from our family history to me? And honestly, isn't this a good chance for you youngsters to handle things independently?
Bitch, we've been handling things independently since I started this game.
He, March, and I'll be heading out.
You sent me with March and Donghang to Yarlo. You sent me was just me and March 7th. I get it. I think in Lao Fu with Dan Hang.
You should be familiar with it.
Or did Dan? No, Dan Hang stayed behind.
Gate next to the
But for the most part, just me and March around, walking around Lao Fu.
Isn't that where we first met?
Playing Arcadia was just me by myself a lot of times.
Chauffeured there, why not just come straight to us?
And then freaking M4 is literally just me and Donghang.
Perfect.
So to be like, hey man, you should handle things by yourself. All we've done is handle things by ourselves. So we're actually making it seem like, oh my god, huh? Time for you kids
There may be
to...
some information.
No new ears in this game? No, there should be.
Look, there's a convenience store. Mind if I grab a copy of Fluffy Across the Blue while we're waiting?
Is that the comic based on the Express's adventures?
Yeah, you guys should be like suing for like copyright
The
or...
author sure knows how to tap into what's trending.
The best part is that the author drew all of us as adorable little animals.
infringement. This has to be some kind of infringement using our likeness to make profits. Exactly.
Unfortunately, according to the intellectual property protection laws governing the pan-cosmic trade system, using real-life experiences as creative material doesn't infringe...
Bitch, that's our life though.
Ah, dang. There goes my payday.
In fact, it was recently announced that the Fluffy is getting an animated adaptation, and the copyright for it is currently held by Pearlux Corp.
It's a super memorable comic. No way can I miss getting a copy while I'm here. I promise I won't be long. A couple of minutes, tops.
Looks like we got here on the early side. Since coming to this world, I still haven't had a chance to get a street-level view of the city. How about this? We'll meet up under the ad at the Plaza Gate in a few minutes.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Might as well take a look around then.
Look at today's gift count.
Gift count. That's Asheville.
Insane. Did you see the post I shared?
Hello there. Would you like to learn more about...
Are there so many
the
green
Society
chicks walking
of
around?
Happy Smiles?
So, are there any charges or fees?
Isn't that Detective Passerby? What's he doing here?
Is the weight of work and stress in your life crushing you? Check out the Research Society of Happy Smiles.
So, this free?
Rest assured, the only thing joining our research society will cost you is a bit of your precious time. We've set up a venue near Dovebrook, where we offer free psychological counseling and living assistance to all visitors. All our services are provided free of charge.
I had a friend who passed away, and he'd mentioned you before. He told me that if I ever ran into trouble, the kind people at the Research Society would help me.
Your friend passed away? How terribly sad! But the words he left you have illuminated your path in life.
He told me that if I joined the Research Society of Happy Smiles, I could get rid of my suffering forever and be eternally happy.
Is he on the cover?
That true?
Of course it's true. Just look at the society we live in. Everyone's suspicious and dismissive of one another, and willing to take dangerous risks just for a little pleasure, for a thrill. Did you hear about how a streamer took over Graphia Academy and was trying to spread a memetic virus through the internet? And over in Dovebrook, gang violence erupted and left a pile of corpses in its wake. Oh, may the Master of Elation save us all. The Research Society was founded with the sole purpose of healing humanity's incurable inner pain. Following Aha's creed, we aim to spread laughter across the mortal coil and eliminate all suffering.
So we have a cult.
Exactly what it says. As an eraser wipes away the doodles of a pencil, so too shall the pain be wiped away. Have either of you heard about the tragedy of the Bloodstained Games 15 years ago?
Oh man.
Why, of course you have. You're the Astral Express's superstar. Everything there is to know about something that happened over a decade ago.
Oh man.
There was an awful accident during the last Phantom Moon Games, and many people lost their loved ones and children. It was as if a hole that could never be filled had been drilled into their hearts, leaving only sorrow to accompany them for the rest of their lives. To escape their suffering, these people who had lost their loved ones gathered together and established a mutual support association. This was the Research Society of Happy Smiles' predecessor. It's now been well over a decade, and the Research Society continues to help more and more people emerge from the darkness in their lives and step into a brighter, happier future. Come to think of it, it would be most wonderful if a distinguished person like yourself were also interested in our Research Society. Should you find yourself with a moment to spare, please come and visit our Mutual Aid Society.
Well, if it isn't the Astral Express's superstar. Of course it's you. Looks like we really were bound to run into each other. I'm here to do my job. Problem is, you've gone and messed up my investigation. The Research Society of Happy Smiles. You think they're just
You mean the
some
cult?
random charity outfit? You must have heard about the Sinuish Syndicate killings in Dovebrook, right? The lead I'm following might be connected to this Research Society of Happy Smiles. But I'll stop there. Not like you're going to pay for my intel, and none of this is any of your business anyway. Based on your social circle, you wouldn't be talking about the poor IPC sap who was unlucky enough to be there, huh? Planning to avenge him? Sharp eyes, kid. Anyone who messes with someone like you is in for a nasty surprise.
Be careful. The murderer is the Herald of Death. He's dangerous.
Oh, thanks for your concern. Oh, be careful. Been a hot minute since anyone said that to me. Even so, it's my duty to solve the case. Doesn't matter if nobody pays me. I'll still find the killer. A fool I happen to be on fairly good terms with. Revenge killings or turf wars. Wouldn't be unusual for gang members to die like that, but dying at the hands of some psycho who kills for kicks? That I can't accept. No matter where you are in the cosmos, which era, regardless of how civilization evolves, some rules will just never change. Like an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
Hey, guess which lucky girl just managed to snag the last copy in the whole store? Oh, who's this?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ashvale, the famous detective. You could say your friend and I are acquainted through past clashes. We did have a bit of a clash of opinions back at the tavern, did we not?
That's what you meant by clash? Fair enough.
First time I've ever heard anyone introduce themselves as a famous detective. Mr. Ashvale? Why are you staring at me? Is there something weird on my face?
Young lady, you're holding a copy of Fluffy Across the Blue, right? Would you mind giving it to me?
Well, give it to you! This was the last copy in the store, you know.
Oh, I see. Of course. I'm not asking you to give it away for free. I'll pay for it. The retail price is 300 credits. I can pay you 10 times sticker price. 3,000 credits. What do you say?
Hey, mister, this isn't about the money.
Because it was the last one on the shelves. True. The last item in stock is like the final slice of cake on the plate. The last prey animal on the plains never fails to stir our urge to seize it before anyone else. So, 30,000 credits. How about that? That's my final offer. I'm not exactly rolling in money here. Truth is, I'm actually buying it for that foolish friend of mine. The one who died. Today is his farewell ceremony. I thought I'd buy him his favorite comic to pay my respects. He'd always be rambling on about some raccoon with a baseball bat, and how the journey of the express would never end, that kind of stuff. I heard those stories so many times, it felt like my ears were gonna fall off. But, after all that fuss, I completely missed the chance to buy it. Every store around here is sold out.
Oh, that's enough. My poor little heart can't handle sob stories like that. Here, Mr. Ashvale, take the comic.
Oh, thank you very much for the comic, young lady. Here's the 30,000 credits. Ooh, that's I heard you're the real-life inspirations for the characters. Since you're here, it could...
Unbelievable.
Thank you both. If Kostad could see this from where he is now, I'm sure he'd be smiling down on us. As a token of my gratitude, I'd like to give you a friendly word of caution, kid. I know you plan to target the Herald of Death and cement your heroic image. However, all eyes will be on you during the Phantom Moon Games. On such a public stage, discretion would be wise. Because when the masses see your magnificent miracles and wield your extraordinary power, fear and jealousy could turn their wish power into wish you ill power at the drop of a hat. Forgive the expression, but you get what I mean. So, whatever plans you might have for this Herald of Death, why not leave the whole messy affair of revenge to someone who couldn't care less about winning or losing? Like me. Just like this comic. I'm dead
Is he an acquaintance of yours?
He's just some weird detective who was passing by.
It's nearly time for Perlux Corp to pick us up. We should get going.
Well, we're here. So where are... no way. They're professionals, and they work for a huge company. There's no way they'd just bail without saying anything.
Greetings, crew of the Astral Express. It is my honor to escort you on your visit to headquarters.
Mechatron?
I am guard number 100086, created by Perlux Corp, a security specialist from the business division. My designated human name is Faerun, said to derive from an ancient language meaning iron. It's a pleasure to be of service. I'm truly honored to hear you say so.
So, what are we waiting for? Let's go!
According to the instructions given to me by Madame Pearl's secretary, there is still one more guest.
Well, now, how did I not see this coming? Looks like we're going the same way after all.
It's you again!
Hey, Mechatron, what's the plan? Do we hop into your cockpit, or are you gonna give us all a piggyback?
Your ride is ready. Please, take your seats, everyone.
Whoa! Now that's what I call a custom paint job.
Your ride isn't your run-of-the-mill business car, but a customized, made-to-order vehicle, used especially for receiving guests.
Sorry. This might come across as a bit insensitive.
Of course not. I'll be driving and monitoring this vehicle remotely.
Now that is...
Wow, that's one
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the head.
Back when Himeko said this was an entertainment company, I knew their headquarters wouldn't be some ordinary old office building. But this is way too much. That giant robot statue? This place is totally like some supersized
Ha ha! You're absolutely right. In accordance with the vision of our founder, our lobby was intentionally constructed as you see it now. To realize dreams that far exceed what consumers imagine has always been Perlux Corp's core design philosophy, and we have never strayed from it. If any of you are familiar with our company's works, you may recognize this as
Mechatron Warrior Series, the Daybreak Squadron's base of operations.
Looks like Mr. Yang here is quite a fan of our company's animated works. Now, Madame Pearl would like to invite everyone from the Astral Express to take a tour before your official meeting begins. She has arranged for a member of our staff to accompany you, so please, wait here a moment.
I understand, Mr. Faerun. Thank you for escorting us all this way.
Well then, I'll take my leave. This way, Detective.
Oh. See you around, everyone.
Oh, really? Pearl wants us to look around here before the meeting? That seems kinda weird.
Could it be related to her proposed collaboration? Perhaps this is her way of introducing her other identity.
It's all good as long as we get a chance to look around. That works for me. Why don't... Mr. Yang! Over here, quick, come on! Mr. Yang, isn't this your favorite giant robot? I don't know what to say, except this is awesome!
I saw it. Please, just keep it down. We're here as their guests. We should be careful about what sort of impression we leave. Looking more closely, it appears many of this Mechatron's components were never installed. Oh, what a shame. I was hoping to see it finished, to see the completed Mechatron. Imagine how it would look in motion. What a glorious...
Really? In that case, Mr. Yang, let's hear it. Which one's stronger? This giant robot, or that Arahato you designed back when you were an animator?
What? He designed something?
Someone else's property. Comparing robots from different works would be most disrespectful to the creators themselves.
Guys are passionate about this robots.
Arahato is an animation all about robots, while Daybreak Squadron is a live-action hero drama. The two really cannot be compared.
Oh, what a stereotypically textbook mature answer.
My days of being a hot-headed young man are well behind. Come to a place this cool. So why don't the three of us take a photo under this massive Mechatron?
Okay, he sounds weird. Like, overall, his voice doesn't sound bad. But when he's excited, it sounds weird.
Oh, standing below a huge Mechatron like this is just incredible.
Looks like Mr. Yang's still young at heart after all.
Hey, Snellux. I remember the Pokemon. There's a Pokemon trial in Southern Moon where people just pop up in the photos. Huh?
Photo come from?
Now, who took the first photo?
Ghost? But it's daytime, and there's way too many people here.
Their eyes are like shurikens or Primal Gems. Yes, Lee.
Who are you?
I'm the next waifu.
Wow, this truly is a magnificent face. Oh, it's nothing like how it looks on the news. Being able to see it up close feels almost surreal. Am I too close? No, sorry.
Oh,
my
get
bad.
closer.
I'm not great with personal space.
Sorry. It's impossible not to stare at a face this amazing.
Kinda saying you sound like that girl. That voice is Jinglu.
I forgot to show you my ID. Right, here we are. I'm Nyla.
Kinda.
I work at Perlux Corp's Imagenesis Technology Department. I'm a P-30 agent who works for the IPC.
He works for the IPC.
Just a slightly higher-ranking workhorse, that's all. Not on the same level as those big shots from the Strategic Investment Department, who you folks usually deal with.
Oh, I see. He's the one that wrote. Of course, he's the one that wrote the comics. Of course, he knows who we deal with, huh?
Madam Pearl sent me to the lobby to pick you up. All of you are famous super cosmic level heroes whose faces have been all over the news more times than I can count. So of course I recognized you right away and just couldn't help rushing over here to snap a selfie with you. Hope you don't mind.
Oh, how does that work?
Hello, Miss.
Because we took the picture. The picture's ours. Do you want to send you like a copy?
Hello everyone. Starting now, I'll be your tour guide, taking you on a comprehensive and in-depth tour to every single must-visit place in this building. From the Mechatron Imagenesis that managed to pique Mr. Yang's interest, to Miss March's favorite fluffy across the blue merchandise, I'll reveal all the secrets behind our hottest products.
But yeah, they're using their lightness to make a profit. This can't be right.
I can't wait.
But then again, America is like that. People do use Trump's face.
If there's anything you want to see, learn about, or even get your hands on along the way, anything at all, just let me know. Why don't we head to the gift shop first? I'll get you all some souvenirs.
Some of these mechs look cool. I wouldn't be surprised if Neil looks abilities to summon these mechs. I already know that one of these pom-poms is gonna be a boss. But yeah, this reminds me of Toys R Us though.
There's a saying that goes,
That kind of look like Optimus Prime.
the heart of a hero and countless efforts, all whether you're a kid
But I'm
or
not sure if these robots could actually transform.
their own sweet dreams. Becoming a hero who saves the world from evil forces. Merging with a giant Mechatron to unleash awesome ultimate moves. Yeah! Perlux Corp sells these dreams and makes a killing off of them. If I could have everyone's attention, you can buy models of Perlux Corp's Mechatrons in this area. Among them is the best-selling Daybreak Squadron series.
Wow, look at this. It's so intricate. No wonder Mr. Yang's got Mechatrons on the brain.
I very much envy the kids here in Plain Arcadia. Back in my day, robot toys were still quite the luxury.
Seeing all your eyes light up like that reminded me that I too was once young. Back then, there was a stretch when I was so broke that I'd spend ages debating whether to buy a carton of milk from the convenience store. I kept telling myself that I had to work hard so I could get rich someday.
So, did you manage to get rich?
After years of hard work and hustling, at the very least, I'm no longer young.
You're young and beautiful? Okay. I guess you're turning on the razor.
Oh, aren't you the sweetest? But I do have my secret to staying young. That is, lying about your actual age. Keep that in mind, just in case. Now, back to the grind. I wouldn't call it striking it rich, but I'm pretty close to making a sweet little profit.
Oh, don't keep us in suspense, Miss Nihilux. Just spill the beans. Pretty please.
You You might not believe this, but I have some friends who've been trying to create a decentralized digital currency to fight against the IPC's credit system.
What the fuck? You work for the IPC though?
Are these people from Punk Lord?
That's right. These people are from the Nomadic Miners faction. They've discovered a way to hijack Noose's computing power for mining and are digging up a limited supply of learned coins.
She creating Bitcoin or something?
All in with everything I got on this project.
I feel like this is a very risky way of doing things.
This looks so confident.
Life's full of ups and downs, right? Ah.
You kind of look smug.
Hey, wait.
Oh, wow.
This is a toy model of Alloy King Pom Pom, which hasn't been officially released to the market yet. But just you wait. You'll see even cooler
Are you sure there's no copyright?
Actually, this is Pom Pom from Fluffy Across the Blue, which is totally unrelated.
But the one from the blue is the same Papa.
You got that right. Intellectual property is one of the most complicated things.
With the best legal team in the universe at our service, I'm sure all copyright issues... Speaking of souvenirs for the Express, I bet nothing could be more perfect. I have a small favor to ask. Would you mind taking a photo with me by that headless Mechatron statue over there? And maybe signing the photo too. I'd love to leave it as a memento.
Bitch, anything you want.
Pull a few strings and use my access privileges to give you all the gold-plated prototype of the yet-to-be-released King Pom Pom Alloy Armor 999, the only one in the entire universe. Just give it a thought.
A one-of-a-kind souvenir? It's all up to you.
Come on, let's go. The officially licensed Fluffy Across the Blue alloy.
Man, and
I'm ready.
So weird to take this photo herself. Oh, so they're gonna pretend to be the heads? Cute.
I love this one so much.
and don't forget about that exclusive...
You bet. In fact, I'll throw in a normal edition.
Did this reflect a big pom pom or something?
I love giant Mechatrons. How are you doing? It's my pleasure to serve you.
I'd like to present each of our 3 distinguished guests from the Astral Express with an Alloy King Pom Pom.
Sure, you got it. For the gift expense record.
Please charge these expense...
Huh. This is...
After all, you are esteemed guests invited by Madam...
I see. Please. Your Alloy King Pom Pom is all packed up.
Since we still have the tour to go through, please...
No problem. Hope you enjoy...
Now that the gifts are done, I'll take you to the Mechatron Design Lab.
This is the part I've been looking forward to the most.
The Megatron production line can be hazardous. For your safety. Safety barriers.
Ah! You're the... No way! You were Mr. Raccoon!
Hi. I actually prefer...
How lucky to meet 3 members of the Express...
How could this guy say he likes you more than me to my face? Good thing I'm not that petty.
Don't worry, March. It's hard to tell if people in this world love the real...
I don't just follow the Fluffy series. I've been keeping tabs on all your adventures in Bellabog, the Cienjo. Oh, right. I just rewatched the scene where the Trailblazer embarked on another trailblazing expedition in Holy Grail Stay Night. Oh,
Such modesty from a legendary hero. Oh, right. I have a precious trash can in my collection at home. If I'd have known I'd meet my senior today, could I ask for your autograph? If that's okay.
Oh, your act, don't worry. He won't fly away just yet. As for you, you've been chattering away nonstop. How about giving us a proper introduction so that your idol gets to know you better?
Sorry, I got way too excited. I'm Warrior Cinderborn from Daybreak Squadron. And my real name... Well, my real name doesn't matter. If you're not in a hurry, would you mind chatting with me? Oh, sorry for taking up your precious... If the crew hasn't visited the combat testing area yet, I'd like to volunteer myself as my seniors... Well, of course I know your bat could send us off flying with a single hit. This time, we'd like to invite you to experience synchronized Mechatron combat. The hero of the Astral Express gracing us with...
Oh, what perfect timing! The combat test...
That's the way to fame for ya. Don't let down those kids who live...
Honestly, that's my weakness. I can't allow myself to let adorable kids down.
First, have everyone take part in the assembly process for the... Then, using this Mechatron as a template, we'll build a smaller... So, follow me, everyone.
Can you find the answer?
Stars favor us. A bad omen. Don't thank me. This is Perlux Corps. 15 years ago, the first Mechatrons of planar Cadia were born here, and they immediately gained widespread social influence upon their debut. Today, Mechatrons have become the most common and iconic symbol throughout the streets. You could say that Mechatrons are the first and currently only Imagine that can be mass-produced on assembly lines. Imagine such as Mechatrons, which can be produced and discontinued at will, are the perfect residents for planar Cadia, and perhaps the perfect IPC employees too. In some people's eyes, being able to create an infinite arm... Say, dear guests, do you know what the first step is to creating an Imagine in planar Cadia? Well, in a way, that answer isn't exactly... But just like how human laws can't control wind and rain, an average of 220,000 unauthorized Imagine come into existence each year through humanity's intentional or unintentional creation. And the Department of Aberration Defense can only turn a blind eye. Drawing the physical form means humans using brushes to give shape to fictional beings, which was originally the domain of professional artists. But here, Collective creation and standardized Mechatron blueprints have replaced traditional artwork, improving standardized workflow efficiency and reducing wish power resource waste. In short, this is the industrial revolution everyone's been chasing.
Oh, to think that even Imagenesis, a skill as magical as this, could be industrialized. I'm suddenly starting to admire the IPC.
That's nothing. Our company aims to create 2 billion Mechatrons for social production and public services before Arcadian calendar 2030. And that includes special combat Mechatrons like the Daybreak Squadron.
That's a staggering number. But can the wish power of the people here really sustain so many Imagine?
That's why Perlux Corp keeps churning out animations and hero shows one after another. In other places, these are just entertainment. But here, they're legit breeding grounds for spiritual energy. All of this shall serve Madame Pearl's grand goals and ideals. All right, back to square one. First step, let's go print the Mechatron structure blueprint.
Please adjust the Mechatron design parameters according to your needs. Mechatron assembly blueprint updated. Processing. Printing.
Could it be that no matter how much I adjust it, the final printout always comes out exactly the same?
Your suspicion makes sense. But please answer my question first. Which do you prefer? The sense of achievement that comes from hard work, or the convenience of getting things done easily? You got that right. The fully automated Imagenesis blueprint design system perfectly matches your needs. You can meticulously adjust every parameter, or just hit one button to skip it all, and the automated system will always produce results that meet the standards. Amazing, right? Just like how the inventors on planet Skrullum used to ask themselves, if all their inventions were already pre-recorded in the Supreme Punch Tape, what's the point of inventing in the first place?
Printing complete. Please retrieve your blueprint.
What you just said is the answer. It's not about the results of creation, but the elation we experience in the process.
Oh, hello. But please, show me your Mechatron assembly blueprint. No problem. The blueprint has been recorded. The Mechatron parts are ready to go. Hope you enjoy the experience.
No. March and I will just watch you play from the side.
Now then, Please follow my guidance to complete the Mechatron assembly. This experience mainly involves assembling 3 parts: the arm, the shoulder armor, and the Daybreak blade on the back of the Mechatron. Go for it, little raccoon! Assemble the Magico Mechatron!
All right, everyone. I'm heading out!
The first step of assembly is to remove each part from the frame, one by one. Nippers, hobby knife, sandpaper, sanding stick. Parallax doesn't provide any of these. But don't worry, the explosive device will solve all your problems. Just step on it, bravely. It may look brutal, but it leaves no burns. And that's the magic that we at Parallax Corp are so proud of. Next, please activate the mechanical maintenance arm and align it with the shoulder joint base to connect the arm. Good. We're done with the arm for now. Next, activate the mobile maintenance rack and adjust the mech armor to the shoulder armor panel position. Just like before, the first step is to remove the parts from the frame. Artificial gravity field adjusting. Please exercise caution. Activate the thruster and push the shoulder armor towards the unit interface. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This giant Mechatron is truly the soul of Pearl Lux Corp. Now, for the final part. Please install the Daybreak blade on its back. Aim at the mounting point on the back, and fire! Awaken! Daybreak blade! Mission accomplished! The colossal Mechatron you built with your own hands will now stand proudly in the center of this hall. The great hero of the Astral Express has graced this place, left behind a blueprint, and even contributed their own inspiration to the completion of the Mechatron statue. What outstanding promotional material this is for the marketing department. A new hero is born right here. Step forth, Mr. Little Raccoon, and become the guardian of Plain Arcadia.
Powerful wish power supply entity detected. Initiating. Mechatron synchronization rate 15%.
Assembly complete. Could the next step be?
That's right. With the completion of the Mechatron assembly, it's time for some heart.
Mechatron synchronization rate 39%. 42%.
Your little fanboy.
So was this specific room?
Awaiting some pointers from you.
Man, I remember seeing this in the movies. I was in the literal front row because all the tickets are sold. So I pretty much had to lean back all the way.
Show you how a Mechatron fights.
Wait a minute, wasn't this already in ZZZ?
Merged with the Mechatron?
What's this doing in my freaking app? Turn-based game.
Why, of course. It's the combat testing sandbox. Look, those dazzling colors are like an express train traversing through the stars.
What the fuck is this then?
Enhanced full body armor. A steadfast shield for the people. Roar! Let your... What a powerful strike! That's our hero, Little Raccoon! This strike carries the...
I want to say this remind me of Kingdom Hearts. Too bad I can't move fast. And I don't know where to go. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of ridiculous. But why is that thing right there that's blocking my way? I wish the fucking robot could move faster. There's a big ass robot up there too.
Could it be the one and only trailblazer of the Astral Express walking towards us?
This is Daybreak Squadron's Mechatron. Pretty cool, huh? Although the giant shadow.
Ain't gonna lie, the guy on the right, that looks exactly like me.
The real battle for you.
So what makes my mix so special?
Is only just beginning. As the old and new generations of superheroes, you will face off here to determine the victor.
Forged by raging fire, burn away the darkness, the star that set the world ablaze! Blaze Weaver! Slice through the skies, flames of lightning! From the blue heavens descend, Azurling!
Shadow the eternal night, light blazing bright, the radiant bow of hope.
Did they give her a skirt? That looks like a dude. Wait a minute, there's 4 of them?
Edge that never fades. Cinderborn. You can darkness waits and dawn awakens. The Daybreak Squadron.
The blue one is shorter. Am I the bad guy in this situation?
This is an official challenge from the Daybreak Squadron. If we defeat you, we hope you'll accept our invitation to become the honorary Phantom 5th member of the Daybreak Squadron and help us safeguard the peace of Planar Cape.
Pink, green, we've got tons of colors. You can set any RGB value you want.
Hey Greg, didn't you have something to tell your hero? Now's your perfect chance!
My friend, you know what? Every time I transform into a Mechatron, I imagine I'm... So I'll give it my all from now on. Please, don't hold back.
What is happening? So they have their Power Rangers, Team Power Rangers just standing around waiting for people to challenge them? Or is this like a setup for a TV show? Well, so I feel like the bad guy here.
Let the two of us see what you're made of.
It's a turn-based game.
One and only Trailblazer.
It's your turn!
So... yeah, my normal attack sucks, huh? Doing this makes more sense.
As expected of the Astral Express hero. So powerful!
So both sides do the same thing. Does he have a light cone? It almost seemed like he has the light cone from the character shop. The destruction light cone. My crit rate's at 148. And my crit damage is 82. What is happening here? What's my crit rate? So fucking high. Do you want something? Stack of will.
Don't underestimate me.
Great. Well, you killed me.
Even the invincible little raccoon is reaching. Listen, those are the people's wishes. Power can.
Everyone's wishes. I've received them all.
Wait, I have an ult.
Trailblaze infinity.
But this kind of does remind me, the way he has orbs in his back, those circles on his back, reminds me of a character called the Joker in Mega Force 3. Mega Star Force 3. Evolved into a character called Joker. Wait a minute, the same ultimate attack. Is zero uniqueness? Seriously, what the fuck are we doing here? Isn't there a Phantasm game we should be playing? All a hologram or something?
You really got into character.
Were we just...
Don't tell me you actually thought you were fighting them in a real city. It doesn't matter if it was a real fight or a fake one. Anyway, I'll just take it as a default 5-star review.
How could you just automatically give it a...
Looks like the Daybreak
Well, with a good time, man.
You gave them
That's why she could give me such a high score.
Why don't you go share a few words with those youngsters?
So there's no girl here, but I know the Yellow Ranger is a girl, but and for some reason the Blue Ranger Super Robot was shorter. But nonetheless, the point of the matter is,
As expected of my senior, that was awesome. My life is now complete.
Before joining Daybreak Squadron, Gray had always been your fan.
That kid knows every story about the Astral Express like the back of his hand. And he's always looked up to you as his role model. Even as his leader, I'm nowhere near as important to him as you are. Huh, what an amazing battle! Well, more than beating you, we were hoping Gray would leave a lasting impression on you. After all, being remembered by their idol is the highest form of praise for a fan, isn't it?
I'm already satisfied, just knowing that the name Cinderborn will remain in my senior's memory.
oh, that's the guy we met earlier.
It's a shame, though. If he could really become the fifth
When the
member of
gray
our
hero
team,
ran up to us, huh?
recognition would rise even further. After all, many people still think we're just plain hero.
That's only because we haven't done anything truly heroic yet.
Don't worry. Given the state of Duomension City, a mind-blowing crisis is bound to happen sooner or later, and that's when we'll get our chance to shine! Ha ha! Yeah, just yesterday, I rescued 5 people from a gas explosion. Hope they recover soon, and spread the word about how awesome Daybreak Squadron is!
There you go again. casually select the Astral Express. We don't need to act to prove something so long as we stay true to our own path.
Silly you. Is the Astral Express all you ever think about? Why don't you just go join the Express as one of the nameless?
Come on. Don't make fun of me. I'm still just a rookie. How could I possibly be worthy of boarding the Express and fighting a...
Anyone who perseveres in their own...
Thanks for your guidance. And lastly, I wonder if you could take a picture with the rest...
Trailblazer?
Oh! My...
3, 2...
Darkness wanes and dawn awakens!
Time's about... Oh, right. Want to say goodbye?
I feel like Mechatrons with cat ears would really take off.